season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. This is Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ross. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Ross. Operating from the gun. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Cohen. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw. Ross. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Cohen. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, and hit them over the top.
Here's Ross from the gun on third down. And he's got a new one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Ross, off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They run. This is Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Well, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Play fake. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. This is Cohen on the toss. Oh, able to avoid him. He's got room to run past the 20. And all the way up to the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Ross looking to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Flex round! Flex round!
Ross now to throw on third down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jameis on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Spinning past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Here we go. Squad 38. Squad 38.
Right back to him on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Ross. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Ross. Off the play fake. Going up top for Miller. That's caught at the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, Ross. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Back to throw again. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down, Winston. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick at 2015, finding the number 7 pick at 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
First down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Green, triple C. Ready. White 25. I got it.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Ross. A final shot before break. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Ross to throw on 2nd down. He's got it to Williams. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Kerwin Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On 2nd down, Winston again. And Blake has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Ross on play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Ross now from the gun. He'll throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the end.
He's got a man complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
On the return, here's Kerwin Williams. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Ross. Anuno's got it, complete. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go. Brand 38.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. To throw is Ross. Operating from the gun. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now.
I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 38. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams to return. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Ross is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Looking to throw. Ross. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to throw. Ross. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Ross throwing on first down. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ready? Black 22. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Come on, let's go.
Ross off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ross flush to his, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Throwing, Winston. Evans has it left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Jameis now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Now Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with time running out. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. The game's gone final in Indianapolis. And emerging victorious, the Colts. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Miller on the catch over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He shakes it off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bucs, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.